what you're talking about. Nadine bit her lip and instantly felt the clawing hand of a telepath at the back of her skull. Is this a setup? She asked, resisting the telepathic creep. No. Do you have a telepath hidden around here? Our waiter is a telepath, Lydia said, nodding to the kitchen on the other side of the tea shop. To be fair, I knew this wouldn't work on a seasoned operative like you, but at least I can put in the file I'm producing that I try to do things the easy way. You know how they are back home. They expect us to exhaust all options. So we tried a telepath, but you were too strong. That's fine, to be expected. This is the last thing I'll say about this, and then I don't want to discuss it anymore. Okay. I have something else I'd like to talk about, to show you as well. Okay. But before I do, right now, I am the only person that can truly elaborate on this little theory I have about Oscar's death and Eli and Lisa's disappearance. This theory of you being a rogue agent, as I'm sure you can already imagine, I can certainly connect all the dots. But I don't want to. I would prefer if you return Eli and Lisa to our custody. I don't care about Oscar's death, and I don't care about how you have to do it. But we need Eli and Lisa. Up until recently, you have been a dedicated agent, which has netted you many supporters. This could all change, and I would like for it not to change. We all make mistakes, even a more seasoned agent like yourself. Nadine forced a smile. Deliver Eli and Lisa to me. Now, moving on, I wanted to show you something. The waiter came forward, wearing a cummerbund and a white bow tie. He placed a couple forks on the table and quickly stepped away. By this point, Lydia had taken a square box from her briefcase. She set the box on the table and opened it, revealing a necklace with a red gem on it. What is it? Nadine had only seen something like this in a laboratory back east. Generally, these were hooked up to larger power sources, and from what she knew, they were used for telepathic means. I thought I would demonstrate something to you. Yet another thing our higher-ups have attributed to your excellent service. Without you, we wouldn't have this. Lydia placed the necklace on, the gemstone flashing after she touched it twice. It allows you to practice telepathy? Hardly, Lydia said, as she lowered her hand over one of the forks. It began to bend, and then the fork split in two. No, Nadine said, her eyes wide now. She had seen Roman do something like this before. That quick? They did this that quickly? Lydia waved her hand over another fork, which flipped up and rolled toward the wall of their booth. It splashed into it like paint, metal dripping down under the table. It's a prototype, Nadine's handler finally said, a smile on her face. But I thought it was something you would like to see. If you can bring Eli and Lisa to me, I will see to it that you not only get rewarded for your discovery, but you also get one of these. There was a flash at the far end of the tea shop as an enormous fireball erupted into the air, cracking into the booth behind them. Nadine dove out of the booth. She activated her zero ring just as a teleporter appeared in front of her, a scrawny man she immediately brought to the ground who yelled in shock once he realized he couldn't use his power. She punched him twice in the face, covering her knuckles in blood before the telepath tried to raise his wrist guard and shoot her. His shot just barely passed over her right shoulder. The telepathic waiter ran by screaming, his entire body on fire as he tripped over a table and face-planted in the center of the restaurant. Nadine went for her attacker's wrist with both hands and slammed it to the ground. She elbowed him in the side of the face, eventually scooting her knee up to put pressure on his neck as she unstrapped his weapon. She quickly turned the wrist guard on him, shooting the man twice in the chest. A table caught fire next to her. Nadine looked up to see what was clearly a Type 2 Class C fire user, his hands engulfed in flames. Another fireball nearly reached her as she rolled to the side, suddenly realizing her assailants were wearing Centralian uniforms. She knew then that it was a unit meant to kill her, that there would be more coming if she didn't hurry. With this in mind, Nadine knocked the table over and got behind it. Flames rose on the other side of the table, the inferno reaching the ceiling before settling. She glanced to her left to see that Lydia had tried to slip under the table, but had apparently smacked her chin in the process, the woman now on the ground trying to recover. Nadine heard heavy footsteps coming her way. She jumped up just in time to fire her wrist guard.